I watched her laugh across the room, the way she always had, with him. My chest tightened, not from anger, not yet, but from recognition. That subtle glance, the tilt of her head, the brush of his hand against hers. Too familiar, too intimate. My phone buzzed in my pocket, a message from someone I had trusted more than myself. He's not who you think he is. I stared at the screen, words swimming. My hands didn't shake, I didn't move, but inside a storm was building, slow, patient, calculated. I breathed. In. Out. Quiet. Controlled. I needed clarity. The last thing I needed was panic, a slip, a reaction she could read. She had done this before, tested my limits, pushed boundaries, played the perfect friend, the perfect confidant. Tonight, the mask slipped, and I saw everything I'd been too blind to notice. I had thought our friendship was unshakable, decades of trust, shared secrets, the kind of bond that people wrote novels about. Then came the whispers, subtle hints, her laughter when I wasn't looking, phone calls she took in hushed tones, odd excuses, meetings I wasn't invited to. It was impossible. She couldn't betray me like that. My mind refused it. Denial fought hard, but the signs piled up. A credit card charge in a city I didn't visit, a receipt tucked in a drawer, a name I didn't recognize. Late nights claimed as work. I started seeing the cracks. Small gestures became evidence, and every laugh, every casual touch between them now carried weight. I didn't confront her, not yet. I couldn't, not until I knew. I had to watch, to wait, to let her think I remained oblivious. The betrayal was a shadow, but shadows can't hide forever. I began quietly. Phones, emails, bank statements, observations, every detail meticulously recorded, cataloged. I watched her, the way she moved, the way she smiled, the way her voice changed when she thought I wasn't listening. I was calm on the surface, polite, engaging, the perfect mask of normalcy. Inside, my mind spun like a machine, piecing together fragments. There were DNA tests, obtained carefully, phone records I accessed through subtle means. People she trusted unwittingly became my sources. Each day brought a new piece of the puzzle, a message deleted, a call missed, a photograph hidden. Every step I took was silent, deliberate. My rage simmered, but it was contained. Anger, I learned, is only useful when it serves the plan. Weeks passed. My life continued in public as if nothing had shifted, but in private, a meticulous reckoning was unfolding. I didn't flinch when she brushed past me in the hallway, didn't show a sign of suspicion, let her arrogance bloom. She needed to believe she was untouchable. The results came on a rainy Thursday. I stared at them. No surprise now, just the cold confirmation of every suspicion I had nurtured in silence. She had lied, betrayed, manipulated. Every careful step she had taken to hide the truth unraveled in my hands. I met her later, casual, coffee in a crowded cafe. She smiled, oblivious to the storm behind my eyes. I slid the papers across the table. Her hands trembled, eyes widened. "Is this?" she whispered, voice brittle. I leaned back, calm, detached. "I think you already know the answer." And in that silence, the mask cracked. She saw me, not the friend, not the confidant, but the person who had always been waiting for this moment. I didn't yell, didn't accuse, didn't cry. I let the truth speak for itself. She begged, pleaded, tried excuses, but I had no interest in excuses. Not now, not ever. I walked her through every hidden lie, every manipulation. Each revelation was a quiet strike, methodical, precise, devastating. And then I stopped, paused, smiled faintly, almost imperceptibly. "Everything ends differently than you imagined," I said. I left her there, alone, broken, clinging to a truth she could no longer control. I didn't revel in her suffering. I observed, cold, calculated. Satisfaction was not in witnessing her fall, it was in knowing I had orchestrated it without chaos, without my own ruin. I returned home, quiet. The house smelled like nothing had changed, but I knew everything had. I didn't cry, I didn't scream, I didn't call anyone. I sat, reflected. I had uncovered the truth, delivered consequence, regained control. And in that silence, I realized the final power: detachment. No friendship, no trust, no lingering ties, only clarity. I stood, poured a glass of water, and let it sit untouched on the table. They were gone from my life, but the storm they left behind would never touch me again. I walked into the next day, calm, controlled, untouchable. And for the first time in months, I felt free.